Alright, real DCEU fans. It's not over, but we got an uphill battle. Real DCEU fans, we have an uphill battle to make, okay? The fake ones, the ones who are making this fake outrage about Zack Snyder, we gotta forget about them. And all the fake negative news that's out there, and there's gonna be a lot of negative news out there, we gotta get past that. Our goal is now not only to support this franchise, but to just get people to see it in the cinemas. Let them go in there and see this movie, because this movie is damn good. And the casual people, they'll like it. They'll like it a lot. So, we got to get butts into the cinema, and we got to start mobilizing and getting that done. It's not impossible. If you've watched the Justice League movie, you see that the Justice League members, they could not take down Steppenwolf. Okay? But if we work together, it can happen. It's very difficult to do at this point in time, but it's not impossible. I've seen you guys that really were dedicated to the cause mobilize and get Suicide Squad into a position that was good. I'm going to say this right now. Right now, Justice League really needs to get into a position that's good. And we're talking, it has to get past $1 billion. Pretty much. That is an extremely tall order, just the way how it's come out of the blocks. It's come out of the blocks really shaky. I mean, it hasn't even made 1/10 domestically of $1 million. So that's a very tough way to begin. But there are a bunch of movies that have begun under $100 million, and people just kept on going and watching them. And I know I still have to watch this movie at least 2 more times, because I have to do a spoiler review of it. And I'm going to do my spoiler review. It's going to be really nice. And then we'll have a spoiler discussion next week. And probably I'll try and do it either Saturday night or Sunday afternoon. But in the meantime, here's what you guys got to do. You got to spread the word to get people into the cinemas to watch this movie. This movie in its opening weekend had a lot of competition with The Punisher. People went and binged The Punisher instead of watching this movie. And then the critics panned the movie, so that was hard. And then we actually had DCEU fans, supposedly Snyder fans, who sabotaged this movie by saying a lot of negative things about it and getting other people even more disinterested in it. And we're talking about major people. I want to give a shout out to JVS though. JVS, shout out to you, my brother. You've been saying a lot of positive things. I want to give a shout out to Samuel Utton. Samuel Utton, I noticed as much as you are reserved in how you speak, you're very careful in what you say about Justice League, and I also like that. So I just shout out to you, those 2 channels who have been very cognitive. We've had some pretty reckless channels out here spoiling the movie and doing a lot of things and not putting spoiler in their titles, and just a lot of recklessness going on out here, and a lot of people trying to get clicks and views and be sensationally, and these are the same people. I mean, Film Gub, shout out to you, Film Gub. I know you didn't particularly like the movie and stuff, but the one thing I liked about you was you weren't too reckless in how you were just speaking your information, speaking your mind. I like that. Your point of view, you didn't particularly like the movie that much. You expected a lot more from it. Understandable. Your expectations were unreasonable, but they were still expectations. But I would ask you, Film Gub, to go watch the movie a couple more times, because when I break down the spoiler section, a lot of you guys are going to feel like assholes. You're going to feel stupid, because this movie had a lot more in it than you assumed it to have. Okay? But I'm prepping my spoiler. I want to be able to do this spoiler review properly. Alright? And a lot of them naysayers, I know hypocrites. I know them. I know they bashed Man of Steel, for instance. A lot of people bashed Man of Steel. And I liked Man of Steel. I went and watched it 6 times in the cinema because I liked it. I'm a real legit guy. There's a lot of hypocrites out here saying, oh, we love Man of Steel. That's after I broke it down. I was the first to break down Man of Steel. And then a lot of other people started finding, I found other people like myself And then we had Man of Steel Answers, and a lot of people like Samuel Utton. These are real dudes. These dudes, they don't look for negative things. Yes, they can find a lot of negative things, but they're real people because they look for depth in every single movie. I was the first guy to defend Suicide Squad. And when I came out with substance. And I put out my reviews. And I took the brunt of the beating. See, I'm a real DCEU fan. I'm not a fake one. You know, Batman and Robin was a pile of crap. Okay? I'm not just a DC fanboy. I'll tell you if a movie's a pile of crap. I'll tell you if it's a good movie. I'm a legit dude. When you come to my channel, you get legit information. All right? So, there are a lot of fake people who took a political side. And I look at them, you look at them, they try to defend certain things which are indefensible, and then they fake because they move with the wind. And I'm not saying if this movie was a crap movie, I wouldn't have said it was a crap movie. But this movie wasn't a crap movie. And if you guys have been following my videos, I told you guys that all Joss Whedon was trying to do was trim and edit. He wasn't trying to be the director. He got script writing credit, you know, but ultimately a lot that he wrote into the movie didn't even end up in the final cut. Let me say that again. A lot that he wrote into the movie didn't end up in the final cut. Did you realize that? A lot of y'all don't realize. That's why a lot of the actors were saying this is a Zack Snyder movie. It really was. And all the talk, all these people coming up with sensational ideas like, this is the least deep Zack Snyder movie. It's not like BVS. It's not like Man of Steel. Just shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. You don't know what deep is. When I break down the spoiler review, when I start to go deep on y'all, what are you going to do? How are you going to feel? Then you're going to come back a couple months later and say, yes, I loved Justice League, you know. There was such a deep movie. You don't know what deep is. You're just another sheep. You need somebody to break it down for you. You can't go into a cinema and know what is deep and what is not deep. You're just another sheep. So shut up. Take a back seat. I'll show you what it was. And then afterwards you can open your ignorant mouth and say something. Shut up. I'm slapping these guys around because these are the guys I expected to come out of this movie and say, man, that was a good movie. Because of X and Y and Z. Y'all don't even know why it's a good movie, huh? You waiting on me to break it down. Then you can belt out your nonsense as usual. Y'all is all sheep. Y'all all fake. Y'all don't know nothing. I know I got the one up on y'all because y'all don't have depth. Y'all don't watch movies for depth. I'm going in on some people. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm gonna go in on some people. Y'all fake. Y'all fake. Zack Snyder fans, my butt. Y'all fake. Y'all fake. So, I'm not saying that the other people who are riding with this movie and enjoy this movie are deep Zack Snyder fans or understand how he does his films. I'm not saying that. But I am saying this. The fact that you guys are supporting this movie at this point in time and saying not necessarily positive things, but you're being real. At least you understand where I'm coming from. And you're being real. Shout outs to y'all. Because when I drop the spoiler review, a lot of people gonna feel really stupid. They're gonna feel really stupid. I guarantee you that. Then they're gonna mouth off what I said in my spoiler review. They're gonna mouth it off and do as if they knew it all along, like big old hypocrites that they are. Oh yeah, I really liked Justice League. I thought that it was a great Zack Snyder movie. And Joss Whedon assisted him. They'll change their rhetoric, like the hypocrites that they are. We already saw it with Man of Steel. We already saw it with BVS. Alright, y'all. We got work to do. So let's get to it. Tomorrow, you know what to do. Tonight, you know what to do. Peace. I'm out.